what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you again. We are going over to the New York Times, and this is about LaTosha Clemens, the first and only black firefighter chief in Boynton, Florida. Boynton Beach, Florida, excuse me. The article is by Vigdor, excuse me. And it says Florida City sued over mural depicting first black female firefighter as white. LaTosha Clemens, who rose to the ranks of deputy fire chief in Boynton Beach, Florida, said the mural's misrepresentation of her has caused her mental and emotional harm. All right. The city had never had a black woman as a firefighter before LaTosha Clemens, but last year when she glimpsed a publicly commissioned mural depicting her, she said she didn't recognize herself. She was white. Okay? The mural, created as a window covering for a new fire station in Boynton Beach, Florida, as part of a public art incentive sponsored by the city, has changed the skin color of Miss Clemens and that of a former fire chief who is also black. The image of Miss Clemens, taken from a photograph of her with two white female firefighters, had been subsequently altered. Now, Miss Clemens, age 48, who rose to the ranks of deputy chief in Boynton Beach Fire Rescue Department before retiring in 2020, is suing the city for defamation and negligence. The city has denied allegations, and it apologized last year for the depiction of Miss Clemens and the former fire chief in the mural, which was immediately removed. In the lawsuit filed in April in circuit court in Palm Beach County, Ms. Clemens said that the mural's misrepresentation of her had caused her mental and emotional harm and damaged her reputation. The unveiling of the mural, in her words, were humiliating, painful, and demoralizing, Ms. Clemens said when she issued a statement by her lawyer on Monday. After providing the city of Boynton Beach with a lifetime of professional fire service, to be whitewashed and not memorized for who I am will forever live with me. As the first and only black woman in the department, I deserve the respect I earned on a daily basis serving the citizens of Boynton Beach, and deserve to be recognized for who I am, a black woman. In an email Monday, James A. Shefford, a lawyer of the city of Boynton Beach, said he could not comment on the pending litigation, but referred to a September 21 court filing in which the city disputed Mrs. Clemens' allegations. In the filing, Boynton Beach officials contended that the city employees who were responsible for altering the design for the mural had failed to adhere to the design approved by the city's art commission and were acting out of the scope of their employment without the city's knowledge or consent. Boynton Beach, which has a population of about 78,000, is in Palm Beach County and is about 33 miles north of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Two of the city officials who were involved in the project, who are both white, were removed from their jobs last year, the Palm Beach Post reported. In an email statement on Monday, the city's former public arts manager, Debbie Coles-Dubé, said that she had been pressured by the top officials to make changes to the mural. She said that the purpose of the project was to preserve, check this out now, to preserve the fire rescue department's culture and pride while building strong community relations. Now, ask yourself, how are you doing that when you can't even depict or pay homage to the very person that you are depicted in the mural. I ask you, and I'm going to ask you again, but keep that in mind. Okay? It was not to honor the contribution of fire rescue department employees as published in the city's statements. Well, if that's not, well, which one is it? If it was published, why would you publish something like that? Because you're given the assumption that that's what it was for, and you made no fuss about it until the became an issue with the unveiling of the mural. Sounds kind of suspect to me. But we continue on. Miss Coles Dubé said prior to the artwork installation, senior level staff Chief Matthew Petty and Fire Marshal Kathy Klein refused to approve the installation and directed me to convey the changes to be made. Mr. Petty, who was fire chief at the time of the murals project and left the department last year, hung up the phone when we reached out to him for comment on Monday. Mrs. Klein and Lori LaVerriere, the city's manager of Boynton Beach, did not immediately respond to requests for comment on Monday. In a YouTube video posted in June of 2020, Ms. LaVerriere said that she had not been aware of any changes to the mural's design and expressed regret. She said that the images had been altered so individuals would not be identifiable. It went way too far, Ms. LaVerriere said. I want to apologize. This should have never happened. Glenn Joseph, who is also black and was the former fire chief depicted in the mural as white, declined comment on Monday. Ms. Clemens is seeking more than $30,000 in damages in the lawsuit, which she said the city had a duty to portray her accurately. Okay? The city breached the duty, the lawsuit said, by allowing the mural to depict Clemens as someone of a completely different race, white, a race the city presumably felt better fit the image it was looking to project. Okay? And that is the end of the take a look at this, man. Take a look at this. If you was in Boynton Beach, Florida, and you wanted to learn more about the history of firefighters and stuff like that, and they had this mural and you looked at it, you would have no clue that it was supposed to represent a woman of color or a man of color. Okay? You would have no clue or inkling that it was supposed to represent these people. Okay? This is not just, in my opinion, this is not just some oversight. This is not just some, because I'm pretty sure if those people actually looked like they look in that mural, they would have no problem, as you can see, putting that up. It's the subtle underlined, for me, that you gave your life, you risked your life, you served the department with distinction, you upheld the code of conduct and all of these things, but you're not good enough for us to recognize you as a part of our department and our company. Is basically a really big fuck you to both of them. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It really is. It's laughable to assume that they would have been okay with that, or they would have been able to accept that, the depiction of a person who is not of that race, not of that color, would, be okay with that, And the things that stood out for me was they wanted to preserve the culture, hint, hint, and the heritage hint, hint, of the department. Okay, if you're going to do that, what was the problem of accurately depicting this man and this woman as who they are in real life? The very same people that stood beside you in battle blazes and in emergencies and served the people of Boynton Beach just like you did, worked as hard as you did to not get that recognition. Is it not too much to ask to be depicted in your image? Is it? Obviously so. Obviously, two of the members that were commissioned to do this mural felt as though it was a bit too much. And for what reason? Is her service not or less valid than any of her Caucasian counterparts? I think not. Because one thing about being in the fire department and anything, and what people don't realize, is that it's a team effort. It's always a team effort. So why wouldn't you be proud to represent a black man and a black woman who served their department? You know? I mean, it's crazy to me. You know, it's silly. I mean, and it's just basically a slap in the face. Like, screw you, you're not good enough to be on our wall to represent our department, but you can work and risk your life and probably your sanity to help do the job, but you're not good enough to be in the mural. You're not good enough to have that recognition and that distinction as a standout. That's historic. To achieve that, that's not people assume that that's not a great feat to assume. As a woman, first and foremost, and as a black woman, first and foremost, it is very hard for most women of color to reach the levels and departments, companies, to be able to stand beside people who are presumed to be their peers and say, yes, I worked just as hard as you, I put in the effort just as hard as you, I sacrificed just as much as you. Why can't they be recognized for what they were or who they are? You know, you're making a mountain out of a molehill for what? All because you didn't want to depict it accurately and you wanted to fit the quote-unquote culture and heritage of it. But that's not, you know, taking a person's shine away from, that's not being racist, that's not whitewashing. I'm pretty sure it was an oversight. It was a misunderstanding. Bullshit. And anybody that believes that, to be honest with you, you're fucking delusional. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. You're fucking delusional, and you need to go sit down and take a pill or something, or get some fucking professional help. But with that being said, you guys, as always, I enjoy each and every one of you, and I appreciate each and every one of you that comes and comments on my video, that watch my video. I will forever be humbled by that, and I want to thank you as always. And I would definitely like to hear what you have to say. I mean, because let's be honest, you guys, this just don't happen in Florida. This happens all over the United States. And it begs the question, if I may, really quick, if they could do something like that there all over the United States, imagine how many murals of fire police departments and things like that have done the same thing and has gone largely unnoticed and unrecognized. Is their sacrifice not just as great as yours? I asked the question. So please get down in the comments and let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know how y'all, what's your opinion on it? And with that, I'm going to get back with y'all in the next video. Take care.